Let's install Daggerfall on a jailbroken iPhone. So I'm going to be doing this on an iPhone X. I haven't tried any other iPhone, so this might not work. It has to be a jailbroken iPhone because we're going to be using iDOS 2, a DOS emulator. And unfortunately, we can't install Daggerfall Unity on the iPhone yet, but we can install the old DOS version. So first things first, let's get iDOS. So to do that, we need, well, one way to do it is to get AppCake, which is a way to download iDOS. So what we need to do first is add the AppCake repo to Cydia. So let's switch over to the iPhone. Let's see. Sources. I have my AppCake repo here, but if you don't, go up to Edit, go to Add, and then what you'll do is type in this repo here. And then once you've done that, I also put all of this in the description, so you can get it there. Once you've done that, you should have your repo here. So you'll click it, go to Tweaks, go to AppCake 7 installer. Now mine says Modify up here. That's because I already have it installed. Yours should say Install, and you'll have to install it to do that. Once it's installed, you should have a white star icon like this. Open that, and then what we're going to do is search iDOS. There it is, iDOS 2. So you'll download this. You might have to watch a few ads. Hopefully it works. Once iDOS is installed, what you'll need next is to download the Daggerfall files. So you can get that at this link. It's in the description. Go to this page and then find the official Bethesda file to download. It's called dfinstall.zip. Get that, and then download that on your phone, of course. Once that's on your phone, go into your file manager for your iPhone and transfer the dfinstall.zip to your iDOS directory. Let's see, it looks like if I'm in my phone here, sorry, it's telling me to go to sleep. So perhaps like when I downloaded mine, it was in Firefox downloads, there was a dfinstall. So I would move that to this folder, iDOS. And then what you'll do, here it is, you will click it, and then down at the bottom there's uncompress. So do that, and then that will put a folder called dfinstall on your phone. Inside that you'll see a folder called DAGGER and a folder called DFCD. Select those and move them out to your main iDOS folder like I did. Here's DAGGER, here's DFCD. That'll just make things a little easier. And then next, because by default iDOS sets the free space to your default directory as like 200 megabytes. We actually want to bump that up to a gigabyte because Daggerfall is huge. Now, if you look on iDOS's GitHub, their latest version, they actually do increase it to a gig, but I'm not sure how to install that to an iPhone. But the version that we downloaded from AppCake, The default is 200 megabytes, so it's not enough space. So what we have to do is change that. So what we're gonna do, make sure we're on iPhone here. We're gonna fire up iDOS. And you'll want to switch this to portrait mode so we get a keyboard. And then what you want to do is switch to your Z folder. So type Z:. And then once you're there, you want to type, type mount. -U. Whoops. And so that just unmounted our default C drive. And then what you want to do is click this floppy drive, and we want to mount a folder. And we just want to tell it to remount this iDOS drive. And when we do that, it'll tell us it mounted it, but it will give us the name of the location for your iDOS drive, which is important. We need that. So what we want to do is take a screenshot so we can get that location. So we'll click this power button, hit screenshot. That'll take a screenshot. So now we want to transfer that screenshot, and we also want to transfer this config folder in our iDOS directory so we can edit our iDOS config. So to do that, let's head back to here, and I think I have a picture for that. So go into iTunes and select your phone, go to file sharing, go to iDOS, and then you can download the config file. Just click it and then hit save, and then you'll want to click this screenshot PNG and hit save. And then once they're on your computer, what you can do is edit that text file, dospad.config. So the first thing you want to do is change this mem size 32. It's the second line. Sorry, yours will be mem size 16. You want to change that to 32. Daggerfall likes that for some reason. And then down in the Autoexec bat section, you can delete the hashtag play, and instead of that, you'll type in this one. So you'll do Z: to switch to that Z drive. Anything typed under Autoexec bat will run at startup on iDOS. That's why it's called Autoexec, so it executes all these commands first. So switch to your Z drive. You'll want to unmount the C drive just like we did. Then you want to remount the C drive. And the folder you want to mount is that iDOS folder on your phone, but you have to reference it via this really long file name. So don't use this one that's on my screen. Actually, use the one from your screenshot. So open up your screenshot and transcribe that location that was mounted to here. And then you'll do space, freesize, space 1000. That'll give you a gigabyte free on that drive. And then tell it to switch to the C drive, and then what you want to do is mount your Daggerfall CD as a CD drive. And so once you enter that into Autoexec Bat, save that, and then you'll want to transfer it back to your phone. So to do that, you will, looks like I closed it. Let me just hang on a sec. Okay, so to transfer those that config files back to your phone, what you'll do is go into iTunes, select your phone, file sharing, iDOS, and then you'll open the config file you edited. Just take the whole folder and drag that into your iDOS folder, and that'll replace the files in config. And now, when you fire up iDOS, because the C drive has enough free space and the CD drive is mounted, what you'll type in is what do we want to do? We want to actually go into the DFCD, and we want to type in install, and that will actually run our Daggerfall installer. So what we want to do is change the install size to huge, because that will dump all of the files from the CD to our installation folder. That way we no longer have to mount that CD drive every time. This way it won't be pulling files from the CD periodically. It'll just install all of them. And once our size is set to huge, we can install it. We'll just install it to the default directory. And I'll see you back when this is done. Okay, looks like the installation is complete. So let us set up our sound card. So we're going to switch back to portrait because we need the keyboard for this section. You can actually let iDOS auto detect the sound card. It does a pretty good job. I'm not getting anything now, but that might be because I'm running it through a capture card. Whoops. Okay. And then let's do MIDI. You can just select Sound Blaster 16, I think. And T. I'll do enter, enter. Still not getting any audio on my end, but this did work on my phone when I actually tried it. So let's do OK, and then OK. Okay. So the installation is complete. The next thing we want to do is run the 2.13 patch. So in our folder here, we'll type dag2 and then hit tab. And then, are you sure you want to update? Of course. And it'll ask us something about renaming something. Yes. Okay. So we're all patched. We're ready to play the game. So if you type DAGGER, that'll start the game and you can test it out. But we do want to change our Autoexec bat so that it just goes right into the game whenever we fire up iDOS. So to do that, you'll have to do that thing where you transfer your DOS pad config file back to your computer. And then, let's see, what you'll type is instead of all this stuff, you'll delete that and then put in cd space dagger and then type dagger, and that'll get you right into the game every time DOSPad starts up. And now I haven't come up with any good solutions for actually controlling once you're in the game, so you'll have to play around with the controls, whether you use joystick mode or use the controller set up in DOSPad to try to actually play the game. But the good news is now when you're waiting for your dentist appointment or something, you can pull out your phone and you can get killed by a rat 25 times in a row in Privateer's Hold. Good luck. Have fun.